see stuff that you're like, man, I ain't gonna jump in that. Go ahead.
Criminals do crimes with criminals. I've never been a criminal. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So now, if you're looking to answer something about Puff, Puff ain't the Puff.
I don't know whatever someone does in their bedroom, that's what they do. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just here to say that I've never seen my man doing anything foul like they talking about. I've never seen it. I've known him for 29 years. And then it's like with guys like 50, you know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Tom, cats like that.
Puff had different phases of his life that y'all don't understand. And let's get down to the nitty gritty of it. You understand? First you got Puff Daddy, who had Daddy's house and the parties and things like that. Then you had Puff. You understand? Then you had Diddy. Then you had Brother Love, and then Love. I had Puff around the stage when he was Puff Daddy and Puff and some of Diddy. Not the new Diddy that they gave the diddler and everything like that. So he ain't the guy, he wasn't the guy.
Amid all the chaos surrounding DBY, 50 Cent didn't hold back, and Jane made it clear she wasn't sugarcoating things. She warned that if Steve tries to stir the pot, 50 will have no problem putting him in his place. The drama kicked off when 50 Cent began calling out DBY on social media, throwing out some major accusations, and keeping the controversy alive for months.
Posted about me, of course, you guys see.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, you can't brush under the rug. I don't see anybody reporting about what Tatted Up Holly said about him beating her up and about, his other baby mom saying beating her up. I just look at it as, he wants to bring the black community down worse than anyone else. How is that so? I said what I said on my post, and I'm standing on that too. Now, since he didn't accept what my offer to him, and he want to continue to be a comedian, why don't you go make some movies with Michael Blackson and don't talk about me?
Okay.
If you don't want to fight, if you don't want to donate to charity, donate the bread to charity and fight. Don't stop being a girl and talking about dudes. I find it funny that, when they first try to crucify somebody, they go through the media first. And they're just flooded with lies and propaganda. I'm not concerned about this Curtis. I mean, this dude Curtis. You know what I'm saying? He's Uncle Tom, and that's just what it is. I'm going to speak on 1,000% of what I know to be true about my guy. My spirits are up. He's spending time with his children and his mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm working out. He's doing very well. I've known this guy for 29 years. See, I'm not just a guy off the internet trolling. I'm a first-hand witness. I was at his crib working in the studio. I was sitting outside the studio door, and I heard a big boom. Now, mind you, before we get into this, I'm not a spring chicken, even though I look fly and stuff. But I've witnessed some historical events of excessive force, but none like this since Saddam Hussein or El Chapo or Pablo Escobar even Osama bin Laden. I heard a big boom. So I'm thinking a lot of people do work on the island all day long, so I'm figuring someone dropped some materials. Heard it again. Turn my head, I'm hearing do. Armored vehicles, 3 big armored vehicles come. Dudes jump out, I got 50 dots on my shirt. Screaming, yo, get on the ground. I'm like, yo, really? I'm the only one here. Took me outside, I asked to speak to the higher ups. I was under arrest. And they said, no, you're being detained. I want to speak to the higher ups. Spoke to the higher ups. I said, am I under arrest? They said, no, you're not. Let me let you go. Boom. Let me go check your bags. You don't have any weapons and all. I'm like, I don't have any weapons. One bag.
Well, did they take electronics? Because they did in Los Angeles.
I'm sure they took some electronics, some of the camera stuff and all that. Probably they didn't want him to get a look at what they were doing in his crib, like how they came in with the armored trucks. Of course, they took all that stuff.
What did you see when you walked back in?
I just don't want to get too much into that. I just know that I walked in and they messed the man crib up, you know what I'm saying? And they did his crib dirty. And, I haven't seen anything like this in a long time.
Can you tell us what what his reaction was when you spoke to him the next day?
You know, he was just devastated, just merely because he was going out of the country with his daughters for spring break. You know, and they had to witness things like that at the airport. I believe that would kind of shift the thinking of any man in general. If you're going on vacation with your kids and the feds show up and ruin your trip, and it's their senior year, you know what I mean? So I know he was more hurt by that.
That weird how he's defending Diddy when he himself got some jaw-dropping scandals.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see what they got. But speaking of the raid, right? Did you see that viral video of Diddy? He was seen in Miami with Stevie J after the raid. You seen that video?
Yeah, I seen it.
What you think about that?
Well, I go way back when Stevie J first came to Bad Boy after they left Uptown Records and everything like that. And Stevie J and Puff fell out real bad over, it could have been producer credits and the whole 9 yards. But Stevie J didn't F with him until Love and Hip Hop. When Stevie J went to Love and Hip Hop and he became famous from that, Puff called him over there and they had a meeting. And I guess they rekindled their friendship. Because I used to bodyguard Stevie J. And, go to different clubs. I got pictures and everything. Stevie J didn't mess with Puff, until after that Love and Hip Hop thing went down, So now they back cool. What got me about the stuff like that them being back cool, that Stevie J went on TMZ and was speaking up on behalf of Diddy. Now, if anybody I want speaking up behalf of me, or I had anybody speaking up on my behalf, it wouldn't be Stevie J. You understand? I don't think that an individual of his caliber is capable or can be trusted in a way that I would like for him based on his actions on television and who he is as a person, what he has been shown as an individual is a type of individual that I would have speaking on my behalf. Come on, we know he's a drug abuser. We know that he's been seen putting his hands on women in the wrong way. And I don't know, that shit is crumbling, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can always say this, man. And the infamous words of one of the world's greatest comedians, Richard Pryor, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Why you say that? Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Because LaRob said that they be doing the liquid cocaine in the bottles, in the Ciroc bottles. We know Stevie J been in countless rehabs back and forth. We know we've heard of Puff being in rehabs, secretly going to rehabs too. So, my man, when you get on those type of psychotropical, I think it's psychotropical drugs, man, and you start believing your own bullshit, and them two individuals together, man, you know they got to be crazy. Something got to be wrong with when he sit up there and he said that he want to challenge 50. And I don't know much about that clout him challenging 50 to a fight, and we seen how 50 Cent, we seen how Stevie J fight on Love and Hip Hop and all that other bullshit. Him Scrappy, him this other cat. My man, there's no way. There's no way. He don't want it with 50, bro. That's if that ain't cocaine, the Pope ain't Catholic.
So you feel like 50 Cent would give Stevie J that work?
It wouldn't even be a job. 50 Cent will whoop
niggas like Stevie J on the way to a real fight.
You seen 50 fight before?
I ain't never seen 50 fight. I seen some tapes of him get down on that end, but I never seen him fight in person. But I know the demeanor of a man. I was with 50 Cent on a couple of occasions, and one occasion, it was just me and 50 and about probably 6 other dudes that didn't want to get out the car because he was ready to get down. And you could see it in him. You could see he got it in him like that. I'm looking at him. I wrote this shit about this shit in my book. 50 ain't back. He don't back down, bro. And you could see when you know a dude is about it and got it in him, you could see it in his eye. You could see it in the way he carry himself. You see how he threw his own man in the bushes, Tony Ayo. They got tapes on 50 getting down boxing. I've seen tapes on him. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen him in person, you know, as far as fighting. I've been with him in person, but he got it in him, bro.
But yeah, that caught me by surprise because I always knew that Stevie J, he did production for Bad Boy, but I never knew him and D was that close until, you know, as of late, you know, since the raid. So,
no, they was close. Bro, Stevie J and Puff was like pots and pans back in the day. I don't know what happened between them, but something happened on the producing credit side that Stevie J stopped effing with him. And, Stevie wasn't dealing with him at all. He was just doing more stuff for Joe.
It's hard to see Steve stepping in to defend Diddy, especially when he's already dealing with his own shocking scandals.
Man, you made a comment and you said that Foxy Brown was one of the females you was talking to back then. If you don't mind, man, take me through that. How did that come about? How did you and Foxy Brown meet? How did you knock Foxy Brown?
Kind of funny though, because we're talking about 30 years now. There's not 25. You know what I'm talking about? Foxy used to fuck with my boy. Corrupt. Shit was over. You know what I'm talking about? Then we had the Doggy Angels, which was the homegirls. We used to be in Beverly Hills. I forgot this club, but I'm sure everybody else will know. But we used to be in that motherfucker thick. You feel me? And, Fox used to be around, at the same time. I guess, Corrupt. That was his bitch, whatever. But at the time that this whole situation happened, they wasn't even fucking with her. So, like I said, the van got broke down in Beverly Hills. We pulled up. No, they pulled up. Pulled up in the Benz at the Key Club after Mike Epps did a little stand up and did what he did, because we wasn't selling drinks at the time. We was just selling bottles. You feel me? And at this time, it was on the track. It had hella hoes. You feel me? It was like 1,000 hoes on Sunset Boulevard. You know what I'm talking about? So it was a good look. At this time, niggas come pick me up, we jump in the car, bam, bam. Some motherfuckers pull up on the slide up it, and a white Benz, a little Benz, like we in a 500, so they in a 400, some little, but they had the same rims. Looked at C and said, "Come out your rims." We like 60 in the car. We stacked. Bitches got their legs over. We stacked. And I'm like, niggas like, right? We got security in the car too. And we're like, come on, jump out the car, drove off. He ran to the trunk and get the thing, right? I'm like, look, yo, fuck. Well, had the motherfucking same, had the same shit, right? They ain't them dropping me off. Now, to think about it right now today, I don't even know how I got her number. You feel me? I don't even remember how I got her number. But I know where it was at. We was right across the street from House of Blues. What's the name of that spot? I know one of my, right across from House of Blues. Huh?
I don't see it.
On Sunset. Then the hotel. Well, check this out. For some reason I'm on the phone. She's like, yeah, I need it. 111. And I'm going there. I get there. I jump out the car. I'm walking through the hotel. When I push through the hotel, I'm driving down. I don't even think about shit. I just look to the left. When they drive down, I just see a car just block them off.
Didn't take 50's post lightly. In fact, he fired back, even challenging 50 to a televised fight. Clearly riled up, he claimed he was ready to go head-to-head. But in typical 50 Cent fashion, he brushed it off, laughed, and kept trolling. To add fuel to the fire, 50 even shared a clip of Stevie J's infamous fight on Love and Hip Hop for Laughs. And to top it all off, 50 pointed out that Stevie J still hasn't denied any of the outrage
that 50 Cent has sold his documentary series, Surviving Diddy, to Netflix.
Man, I hope I never have to go to war with 50 Cent. That dude is a troll. That dude is he's the best. He's the art of war. He know how to go at it. But the way I understand it is he sold the rights, right, to Netflix. He had a bidding war and he sold the rights to all the different streaming companies that wanted to do it. It's going to be interesting to see what he gets. He can only do reenactments from the lawsuit. He can't get Cassie to talk about it. Trust me, Cassie can't talk about this publicly. He might can get law enforcement, might can get it, get her to talk on a jury stand or witness stand, grand jury or something like that. But just to go and do interviews, she can't do it. She probably can't even mention the name Sean Combs or any of his family members. Talk about anything. So, is it going to be Misa? I doubt it. It's hard for females that have kids by men to do these, to talk bad about their father, no matter how much of a douchebag he is. And so, who's going to be the survivors? Is it going to be Lil Rod? He's going to get his bag eventually, trust me. And he going to have to sign, an agreement not to talk about it publicly. So I think it's just 50 jumping the gun, wanting to be a hell of a troll, and him being like me, very, very vindictive. I wonder if 50 a Leo like me. I got to find out his sign because I swear me and him have the same traits. But I don't know who will be the victims. We know a young Miami, she finally done broke away. Saw that she unfollowed him recently. Misa, we know Kim Porter and her book. If he can get a hold of that. I just think a lot of it's going to have to be reenactment. Or maybe our boy, because I know he likes Gene Deal and Gene Deal like him a lot. Maybe my boy Arthur Diallo about to get rich and he licensed a lot of his footage from Art's channel. Or Mark Curry, or whatever, he said. I'm just wondering where they're going to get the footage from. Who are they going to get to speak on that? Did 50 find the male escorts? Or it got to be just reenactments from the different lawsuits. There's a new young lady that came out and filed a new lawsuit recently. Maybe it'd be worth her while just to tell her story and not, go through with the lawsuit, or at least sign an agreement. This demand, I can't sign an agreement saying I'm not going to talk about it. The issue is we want to see the people, like we did on the Surviving R. Kelly. Y'all saw parents. Y'all got Art to talk a little bit. Y'all got, R. Kelly to talk a little bit. Y'all got footage of things that had happened. It's going to be interesting to see what 50 can pull out to really make a good showing. Because that shit that we saw on Tubi, a lot of people thought it was good. But I didn't personally care for it. But even though
Diddy's former bodyguard jumped right into the mix, saying Stevie J wouldn't stand a chance against 50. It's just more fuel for the ongoing drama between these hip-hop heavyweights. Meanwhile, 50 stays unbothered, relentlessly keeping the heat on anyone tied to Diddy as Stevie J scrambles to defend his friend's honor.
Fucking TMZ, we'll be getting contact real soon, because we just noticed, John and I just discovered that y'all did use some of our footage with WAC 100 on that show, and y'all ain't contact us. Y'all know y'all can't be licensed and stuff without, or putting stuff in TV shows without it getting licensed. So that's where I think 50 gonna go. He's gonna go to reenactment things from reading things. And are y'all gonna be happy with that? Are y'all gonna want to see reenactments, or are you gonna really want to see live footage, live interviews? That's gonna be a challenge. But 50 got the resource. He has the writers that can put it together, and I'm sure he's gonna make it good. If it's anything that he has done, if it's like anything that he has done, because I remember when I was away for a little while, it was a show on ABC with that dude that got sentenced with life. And we used to sit around the table watching that, waiting for that to come on every night, or Monday night or Tuesday night, whenever it came on. And so everything, it didn't come on or get a second season, but everything he has touched, I love the Power, I love the Kanan, I love BMF. It's not too much that he hasn't done as far as TV.